Hello. Welcome to Read the Film. I'm your host, Reed Chartreuse. Today I'm joined by writer, creator, and star of the Olympus Chronicles, Jackie Bernhardt. How do you do?
I'm very well. How are you?
Now, many of your viewers have said the Olympus Chronicles, especially in these past few episodes, is somewhat atonal. Is that purposeful?
Yes, I'd say so.
Why?
It's more like life.
I disagree.
Very well.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
It's my pleasure.
Let me know about that dinner invite.
So what exactly was going on with Jackie at the start of season 3?
Well, the start of season 3 kind of begs the question, how does a guy like Jackie start over again? You know, I mean, at that point, he'd kind of alienated himself from everybody involved in making the Chronicles popular to begin with. So at that point, his tactic was to kind of regroup and go it alone, you know? I mean, it's really hard to get into his head and imagine what he was envisioning, 3 seasons down the line. We can't even see the episodes that they filmed for the end of season 3 because BBN never bothered to air them, and they got rid of, the old tapes back then. The last one we did get was even canceled mid-episode.
What was that one called?
That was called The Resurrection.
Previously on the Olympus Chronicles.
Who could that be?
Hello.
Enough. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, if your race of cyborgs were to take over the world, you would put humanity under your control and harvest them for meat?
I hate you.
No.
Kevin! No. What? The plan is set. Tonight, we betray Olympus.
No more jokes, Kevin. You betrayed me.
Olympus! It seems your friends have turned on you.
You bested me, Ellie. Now just kill me.
Not here. I've brought to you Olympus, the tyrant, so that he and all of you can pay for what he's done.
Are you who I think you are?
Yes.
You're the one they call Christ.
Yes.
But according to Earth legend, you died 2,000 years ago.
In a manner of speaking, that is true. You see, I am not human, and I did ascend from the grave, but I did not go to a kingdom of God. I went back to my home.
Your home?
Yes. A faraway world called Nazareth.
Yeah. Jesus is an alien.
Fascinating. Now why have you saved me?
Olympus. 2,000 years ago, I died to save humanity. Now, you must die to end humanity and to save a superhuman race of cyborgs.
I see. So in many ways, I'm like you. A Christ figure persecuted for his beliefs.
Yes, I would certainly say so.
So I shouldn't feel badly about what I did to Kevin or L8.
No, you are completely exonerated on that front. In fact, actually, they betrayed you.
Very well. What happens now, Jesus?
I had better just show you.
want me to crucify you, Jesus?
No.
Ah, I see.
Well, that is the exact moment that Olympus got cancelled. I remember the phone call like it was yesterday. Guy Rumsfeld called, I pick up. And he says, "Your pal just made Jesus crucify him on the telly, and you are done." And I said, well, that sounds about right.
Do you think it was responsible to show Jesus Christ crucifying someone else on cable television?
Yes.
Man, Olympus was so ahead of its time, the network had to cancel it mid-episode.
The people of Britain deserve to see a crucified man when they deem appropriate, which is each Sunday at church services.
Well, all in all, there wasn't that much to wind down. He'd already hemorrhaged half the cast. All that was left was to pay him the money that his contract in hand demanded. And it was that money that helped tank the BBN. Oh, that, and the people were boycotting us because we had Jesus crucify Olympus on the telly.
The British Broadcasting Network, parent to our own English news, has recently fallen under financial duress due to debts owed to the Bernhardt estate. Is that true?
Did Jackie try to sell the show to anyone else?
Oh, yeah. He sent letters all over the place trying to get the show rebooted. He got in touch with Thames, BBC. He even sent letters to networks in the States, CBS, NBC, ABC. They all said no. And I guess after that, he just felt like he had nowhere else to go.
It is now confirmed that the body found on the shore of Two Tree Island is that of amateur television performer Jackie Bernhardt. While the exact cause of death is still unknown, Scotland Yard says it was probably suicide.
There's an aura of mystery surrounding every celebrity death, but Jackie's death is particularly bizarre, mostly because he had it specifically outlined in his will that his body be fed to a machine immediately upon his death.
Oh, yes, that's true. It's terrible. I think he thought the machines would have advanced more by the time he died. I think some poor sod had to feed him to a wood chipper or something like that.
Of course, there are people who think that Jackie's still out there somewhere. I'm not one of them, not anymore. The conspiracy theory usually goes something like this. Jackie tanked the show on purpose and ran away with the money so that he could pay off Kristen and Bucky and everyone else who worked on the show, and they could all live the rest of their lives together in happy obscurity. It's not true. Ignoring the fact that no one's seen either of them in 50 years, it's just so clear that Jackie didn't care about anything in the world more than the show. Mary gave him an ultimatum, her or the show, and every time he chose the show. So if that's what he really wanted, why didn't he do that then?
Well, yes, that's exactly right. He cast her off just like he did everyone else. He and I were mates. He destroyed our network. I was out of a job. I'm not trying to get anyone confused here. We're not talking about some hero icon. He was just a person, and a selfish one at that.
Yeah, Of course, it's really sad what became of Jackie. But I will say this. It's very rare, especially this day and age, for someone to believe in something and love something so much that when it's taken away from them, they just can't live anymore. I'm not saying it's healthy or even good, really. I'm just saying that it's a really extreme version of all those things that we believe in: passion, creativity, drive. I mean, Jackie believed in Olympus so hard, he thought that it was something that needed to be in the world. Also, yes, that thing was a kind of silly science fiction TV show.
So you understand that it's kind of silly.
Well, I mean, of course it's kind of silly. Everybody knows it's kind of silly. But that's the best part about early sci-fi, right? I mean, it's the self-serious medium that tackles these huge ideas and the philosophical implications of science and the future of humanity, you know, while using these cheap, ridiculous space alien costumes and cheesy special effects. I mean, there's nothing like it.
Jackie, sing
Jackie,
something.
do you have to sing, Jackie?
I haven't heard you sing before.
It's a celebration.
No one wants to hear me sing.
We
Yes,
always
we
want to
do.
hear you
Everyone's
sing.
saying you.
What about your favorite?
My...
A favorite one?
Oh, right. Wait.
One, two.
It's simple.
I love that song.
I need help.
You know it?
We'll sing. We'll sing with you.
You know we're good.
We're ready to go.
Here we go then.
Oh my goodness.
This poster is in essentially every dorm room I've ever seen. The word is out. Olympus is the shit. And so the very act of reading the comic is trapping Olympus in an eternal loop. And I remember the first time I read this comic, I had like an epiphany, you know, and I don't remember now exactly what that epiphany was.
So I hurried down to the deep rolling sea, but my eye could not see it, wherever might be it, the bark that was bearing my true love to me. Blow the wind southerly, southerly, southerly.
Bucky and Kristen. Well, they thrived, actually.
You know, Kristen's career was kind of revamped by the show. She was able to go back to her roots in the theater. She actually produced a number of her own shows in the West End. Her all-nude production of Richard III is supposedly one of the sexiest nights of theater on record.
Is it not sweet to hear the breeze blowing as gently it comes?
And Bucky?
Yes, Bucky did great too. He came to the States and reinvented himself. That's where most people know him by his American stage name, Martin Short.
Safety to me. Blow the wind southerly, southerly, southerly. Blow the wind sound o'er the bonny blue sea.
How do I feel about Jackie now? Well, I'd say that I don't miss him as much as I miss those times. I do miss those. And I'm sure Bucky and Kristen miss them too in their own way. But there was bound to be some bad blood.
They didn't agree to be interviewed.
Yes, some things you need to leave in the past. But this has been very healthy for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're done.
I think we are.
Excellent. Excellent.
You have one unheard message. First unheard message sent yesterday at 7:15 p.m.
Hello, this is Mary Brennan. I figured it may be somewhat difficult for you all to find me, so I wanted to reach out and offer to chat a little about the show, tell you all what actually happened with Jackie. You can reach me at this number on Tuesday afternoon, and I'll look forward to your call. Oh, okay. Hang up.